So, what's up, YouTube? What's up, family? What's up, newcomers? Welcome, everybody. See the title: The Evil Design of McDonald's Drive-Thru. Everybody eat McDonald's. McDonald's top tier. It's not good for you though. But yeah, I remember I racked up 9,000
It's
points.
8:30 on a cold Tuesday morning. Frank gets in his car and heads to work. Halfway through the drive, he notices he had forgotten his coffee on the kitchen counter.
Let's turn
Luckily,
it up.
there's a McDonald's drive-thru around the corner. It seems there's only a couple of cars ahead of him. He pulls up to the lot, places an order of an Americano, decides to treat himself to a chocolate brownie, and hits the road. But Frank isn't the only one tricked by drive-thrus. McDonald's and its competitors spend billions of dollars every year and use advanced data to influence our decisions regarding fast food. Everything is optimized to trick you into spending more and more, from old-school tactics to complicated AI algorithms. I mean, the manipulation begins before you even hit the parking lot. And this is how they do it.
All right, let's see.
Fast food restaurants didn't truly take off until American families began embracing a lifestyle centered around driving. As people migrated from bustling cities to suburbs, the demand for quick on-the-go meals skyrocketed. This shift turned fast food into a natural extension of this new, fast-paced lifestyle. The drive-thru concept originated in the 1940s, with the first known drive-thru window opened by Red's Giant Hamburg in Springfield, Missouri, in 1947. However, it was McDonald's that brought the drive-thru to the mainstream fast food market in 1975.
But chat, yeah, that wasn't even that long ago though. But just chat, just realize, what if we never had drive-thrus and we just had to just go inside, just pick up and just go inside, place the order, wait in there, wait till your number called.
Revolutionizing the dining experience.
Man.
McDonald's introduced the drive-thru to cater to customers who preferred quick service without leaving their vehicles, especially during the busy lunch hours. Initially, the drive-in was the go-to format for dining out. Think of those classic scenes from old movies featuring diners with waitresses gliding on roller skates, taking orders from the comfort of parked cars. The drive-in was more than just a meal. It was a social event, a popular destination for date nights and family gatherings. However, the introduction of the drive-thru marked a significant shift. Unlike the drive-in, the drive-thru was designed for speed and efficiency. No parking, no waiting, and no lingering. You simply ordered, picked up your food, and continued on your way. This innovation reflected the changing norms of American life, where convenience reigned supreme. Today, the drive-thru is not just a feature. It's a fundamental part of the fast food experience. A recent poll revealed that
I guess, but it's not really, because you know, first off, it just depends where you go, right? You have to do research. Just think about it. If you're going inside a Starbucks, right, you know everybody gonna be in there for a coffee. You know the line gonna be long. If you, rather than just going to Wendy's or something else, is not that packed. But even then, because remember, everything have a rush at different hours of the day. It's not always going to be morning. It's going to be morning or night or even in the afternoon. You're going to see a bunch of cars parked up right in front of you. Then you're like, okay, what's going on? I just ordered a small fry or a medium fry with a high C. What's going on? But you got to realize, they're only human. And bunch of orders just overflowing the screen. Do you know that beep noise that they be, the beep noise that's always going off, that
47% of Americans would refuse to patronize a fast food restaurant without a drive-thru. That's a staggering statistic. McDonald's says that their drive-thrus account for a whopping 70% or more of their total US revenue, but that's not simply the result of consumer demand or luck. The design behind drive-thru's success is much deeper than it looks. Let's look at how you get pulled in. from a design standpoint. The first thing that brings in customers into any business is attention. These fast food chains are well aware of that. That's why attention-grabbing elements are heavily used on the side of the roads or highways, all in saturated bright colors contrasting with the scenery. Your eyes can't simply escape them while driving. But what happens when you decide to take that right to get you a McDouble? Drive-thrus are designed into zones, and each zone is optimized to influence your decision-making.
Get a final expert review before you file at no extra charge with TurboTax Live Assisted.
So this is you pulling up to the entry zone. That first part where you're making your way from the street to the ordering point. Fast food spots lay out everything in their parking lots to make sure you know exactly where to go.
This is the thing right here. Nobody don't go on the right side with McDonald's. I don't know another place that got two ways, but nobody don't go on this side. That doesn't make any. Oh yeah, Chick-fil-A too. They got the divided two way. Nobody. There's no point of going here because think about it. There's more driving to do. Doom, order, doom. And they not, whoever's in here, they're not gonna let you go in front. So that's why it's better just to go here. Then you can already just do that. Unless here they order it before you. But nobody don't go on the right side.
Signs and arrows guiding your way. There's no room for confusion. It might seem like a small detail, but it's all about removing any bumps in the road that could slow you down. In behavioral science, it's called friction, and the less friction, the more likely you are to grab that burger. Drive-thrus don't want you to think about making a decision. Instead, they do the decision making for you. Moving on to the next zone of the drive-thru layout. This is where most of the magic happens. The first tactic they use nowadays is the dual-lane pre-order zone, which simply splits the waiting line in two. This is made purposefully for two main reasons. The first reason is to give you an illusion that the waiting line is shorter than it actually is. In fact, in most drive-thrus, there's only one person taking orders from both lines. But the lane split kind of manipulates you into thinking the waiting time is going to be cut in half, when it's clearly not the case. And the weird thing is, even if you already know about it, you're still going to be subconsciously falling for it. The other smart thing about the dual lane pre-order zone is that it makes sure the line doesn't creep out onto the main road, which could ultimately block traffic and most importantly eliminate any discouraged drivers from pulling up to the drive-thru and reconsider your decision to get food. Something drive-thru joints definitely don't want you to do. This may seem insignificant, but data shows otherwise. The more the driver taps in on impulsive behavior, the more drive-thru visits people make. Now once you're blocked by the cars behind and in front of you, the second main reason kicks in. This is when things get interesting. For drive-thrus, the pre-order zone is basically an advertisement zone. This is where they try to influence you into buying more stuff. Just like they use the illusion of convenience to lure you in, here they pull the novelty illusion on you. How? Well, it's both genius and simple. When you're stuck in the pre-order zone waiting to place an order, you're more likely to look around out your window while thinking about what you'll be ordering in a minute.
Cap, nobody don't do that. I already know what I want. Number 7. Is that number 7 or number 9? I think it's number 7. Fanta orange. Now this is a debate. The Fanta orange is way better than the Sprite from McDonald's. Real niggas know that. And on top of that, just make sure that you ask for the condiments. They're not gonna put it in there. They're just gonna hand you the bag and just still stare at you till you walk off. But just check the backs. 99%.
A minute. Those moments or minutes are extremely important to fast food companies. That's when you're most vulnerable to impulsive behavior and indecisiveness. And there's nothing drive-thrus love more than an impulsive buyer with money in his hands. So here's the deal. Fast food joints slap up all kinds of signage in the drive-thru to catch your eye with new and exciting menu items. And there's a good reason for this. We're all pretty much hardwired to love novelty, just like we do with convenience. It's called novelty bias, and it means that our brains get super excited by new and shiny things. When you see something fresh and different, your brain releases dopamine. So while you might just cruise past a boring ad for a regular hamburger, if a new, fun item pops up, you're way more likely to take notice.
I mean, I guess, like, I tried the chicken Big Mac. It was just a chicken Big Mac. The chicken tastes like a chicken nugget. That was 4 out of 10. Just keep the normal Big Mac. I did not try nothing else. Never tried Travis Scott. Never tried Angel Reese. Never tried whoever else collab. But I'm like, They might have did something with the chicken Big Mac, but it just wasn't.
It's all about grabbing your attention and making you go, wow, I need to try that. Fast food places are masters at this, and they know how to keep your cravings alive. If you're already in line to eat fast food, and if it was a totally impulsive decision like it is for most people, then you may be in the mood to treat yourself. According to this, Ipsos poll is one of the major emotional drivers of impulse buys. Some fast food chains have started using anti-glare film on their menu boards, which means you can't see the options until you're right up close. This clever tactic increases the chances that you'll act impulsively. When you can't view the menu until you're almost at the order point,
I still can't agree with that. Everybody know what they want. We're humans. We don't try nothing new. We always get the same, even if a restaurant. If you get steak all the time, you're more 99% of the time you're gonna get steak. You're not gonna try nothing else. Always get number 7. I don't
you're
get
forced to
nuggets.
make quick decisions or risk holding up the line. This sense of urgency is
and quick. He is right. Cause then guess what? Then you don't know what you gonna pick. Then you're gonna end up stuttering. You're like, okay, wait, hold on. I might want the quarter pounder today, but wait though, since I just pulled up in, now I might change my mind to the McNuggets.
is a powerful behavioral trigger. Studies show that when things feel urgent, you're much more likely to make impulsive choices rather than think them through. If you're sitting in line, calmly considering your options, you're engaging in what's called System 2 thinking, which is more rational and thought out. But when urgency kicks in, you switch to System 1 thinking, which is more about quick, instinctive decisions. This shift significantly increases the likelihood that you'll add extra items to your order.
Now you know what he's saying though.
Give me 1 to 2 weeks, and I'll show you how you can start your own successful
Everybody not trying to hear that.
Now moving on to the next phase of the drive-thru layout, the order zone. This is when customers make their orders relying on menu boards. Before the technical revolution we've witnessed in the last decade, menus were boring printed sheets with no visual representation of the items. But that meant customers were more likely to stick to familiar territory and order items that they'd already tried before, which meant less order values for the franchise. Of course, a change had to be made. In 2019, McDonald's invested $6 billion in digital signage across its drive-thrus. Of course, the reason behind such a huge investment wasn't just aesthetics. Digital menus meant more influence on your behavior, and that is done through 2 main tactics. The first one being the ability to give customers an overly perfected visualization of the item, to the point where the image on the menu couldn't be further from reality, making the product look more appealing than it actually is. And
yep, that's the trick, what they always do, and that's just all commercials. They're smart though. They are smart, because if you order a hamburger or a cheeseburger, it's gonna get flat. It's gonna be flat, right? It's already gonna be flat already. Then they're always gonna put like they're gonna put 2 pickles on there. It's not fresh. It's gonna be the ones that's out all day, and then the dried up onions and the ketchup and mustard.
And even though we all know this, our subconscious mind never fails to believe the trick. The other psychological trick used with digital menus is the same trick used by magicians, where you think you chose the card you wanted, but in reality, they influenced you into choosing the card they want you to pick. Somehow our brains are wired to choose the first option presented to us. In behavioral science, this is called the primacy effect. But what's the first option in a long digital board? Well, in this case, the first option is the one closer to customers, meaning items placed on our eye level. Besides the psychology tricks, digital menus allow fast food chains to customize the layout, messaging, and winning items on any given day. In the first year of implementing the digital boards, McDonald's had a 5% increase in revenue. That's not a small number at all. And if you thought this is a lot, the future of digital menus is even scarier. With the explosion of AI in recent years, digital menu screens are now more capable of influencing your behavior than ever. And that's through a technology called AI suggestive selling. In 2019, McDonald's bought a $300 million company specializing in this particular technology. That's the biggest McDonald's acquisition in the last 20 years. That in itself is quite telling of the potential of digital screens controlled by AI. Currently, this technology is being used to predict the best-selling items according to traffic, dates, and regional parameters. The items known to sell more on a particular day and location would be shown on the menu boards. But in the future, experts believe that this technology could be able to show a different menu for each customer, following their order history, preferences, and find patterns using a combination of facial recognition and license plate readers. And if that's the case, be prepared to invest in a ski mask and a removable license plate. Just kidding. Just keep these tactics in mind next time you pull up to a drive-thru. Subscribe, and we'll see you on.
Very good video.